Alright, what's going on everybody? It's Nassau Media coming at you with another video. You guys know what time it is. It's time to bring on that boxing. Today we're going to be talking about Virgil Ortiz and a potential matchup with Mr. Yordenis Ugas. Obviously, Virgil Ortiz, you know, he's been having some, you know, good fights. There are fights where he's getting guys out of there. He's putting on devastating, you know, knockout performances. And then there are times where he looks a little bit hurt. He's getting touched up a little bit. He doesn't have the best defense out of the guys in the welterweight divisions. There are a lot of guys that would definitely give him trouble, but he's definitely on the rise in terms of popularity. A lot of people want to see him in there with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. Obviously, these guys seem to have fights lined up, you know, so I feel like for Virgil Ortiz, a fight with Yordenis Ugas would be, you know, ideal because, you know, if they were to have a title eliminator, obviously I think Ugas is still in that conversation. He's still a top welterweight. It was just you fought a guy like Errol Spence. I think a Terrence Crawford and Yordenis Ugas fight would have been even better than the Avanesian fight. You know, there's talks about Keith Thurman and Errol Spence. There are a lot of fights in the welterweight division that could be made that would be very interesting fights, but I think it's just a matter of, you know, Virgil getting somebody that's credible at this point. He's fought a lot of guys that were really, you know, were considered over the hill and guys that weren't really threats. There's always that criticism that comes along with it, but I think that Virgil's done, you know, he's performed well. Definitely things that he could work on. You know, his defense is, it's not the tightest, it's not the best, but I think that, you know, if he works on that, you know, continues to work on keeping his chin down and, you know, moving the upper body, I feel like he could give a lot of guys trouble, especially with his power, his body attack. It's going to be scary for a lot of these guys who take him lightly, so to speak. I feel like Virgil, he just has that knockout power. It's dangerous. He's an aggressive offensive fighter, and it's hard to keep him off you. He loves to walk guys down. I know it's not easy for him to make 147, so I think it's time. It's now or never for him, basically. If he doesn't get a title shot soon, I think that it's going to be tough to make 147, and then going up to 154 with not really accomplishing anything with at the weight that you started at, it makes things a little bit difficult in terms of making fights happen and people actually, you know, underestimating you. Obviously, it doesn't matter because you can still prove people wrong, and Virgil's a very talented fighter. You know, one of the top prospects that we've seen come up. He's not even a prospect anymore. I'm just talking about a few years back. He's becoming a household name when it comes to boxing, and I'm really excited to see, you know, what he does next. Hopefully he gets a Yordenis Ugas fight. I would love to see that. Yordenis Ugas has only lost to Manny Pacquiao, and he's lost to Errol Spence. Obviously lost to Sean Porter in a really, you know, controversial decision, but, you know, you lost to... I mean, he didn't lose to Manny Pacquiao, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. He beat Manny Pacquiao and, you know, lost to Errol Spence. But, you know, there's no shame in losing to a guy like Errol Spence coming off that, you know, the fractured or broken orbital bone. That's a tough injury, but it's going to be interesting to see him back in the ring. I still think he's a very rangy fighter, and I think he could give Virgil Ortiz problems. You know, he's a physically long, big and tall guy. You know, the range is always a difficult thing to deal with, especially when you're a young guy. Getting in on the inside when you like to walk guys down, it's very difficult when a guy has a long jab and he likes to fight on the outside. So Virgil, I think Virgil's going to have to get past that long jab of Yordenis Ugas and fight on the inside. Fight like Errol Spence did, attack the body, you know, bust him open, throw those uppercuts down the middle. You know, they're open, he's susceptible for them. And I think Virgil Ortiz could do some damage. And I'd honestly favor Virgil in a fight against Yordenis Ugas. Nothing against Yordenis Ugas. I know he's very talented. He's a tough fighter. He has that heart, that championship heart. But I just think that Virgil's on the rise. I think he's a tougher fighter. I just think offensively he gives Ugas too many problems. I don't know if Ugas has the power to hurt Virgil Ortiz. You know, Mean Machine landed a big shot on Virgil, hurt him, stunned him for a bit. But I don't know if Ugas has that you know, thump. But we'll see. I'm just saying, I'm putting that idea out there. I think it would be a great fight. Yordenis Ugas and Virgil Ortiz, you know, with a lot of guys in the welterweight division that are, you know, itching to get fights, especially Virgil. I think that this would be at least a step in the right direction, a big step up in competition that would, you know, be very telling in terms of where he stands within the welterweight division, because it's a hot division. It's hard to get a title shot, especially when guys, you know, they can't make the undisputed fight happen. So everybody's just kind of waiting on Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. Everybody wants a title shot, you know, but it's hard. But I definitely think Virgil Ortiz and Yordenis Ugas would be a heck of a fight. So let me know in the comments who you'd have in that fight, Yordenis Ugas or Virgil Ortiz. I'm rocking with Virgil, you know, I think that he's just, you know, too hungry right now, and I think that Yordenis Ugas coming off a loss, that he's going to be itching to, you know, redeem himself, and it's going to get him caught with something big by Virgil. So I probably have Virgil in like a 7th round knockout. Yeah, I'm rocking with Virgil for sure. But let me know in the comments who you got. Hit that notification bell, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace. Well, that's going to do it for another Fight Media video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to you always.